welcome to High Vibes for You. My name is Michelle, and in this video I am doing the 2020 vision board spread created by Tarot. This is a continued series. We are in the month of May now. If this is the first video that you're watching, please go back to the beginning of the series where the intro thoroughly explains what we're doing here. We're just going to keep things moving right along. So we're going to start with the Sacred Destiny. Also, there is a PDF document available for purchase. It is $5. 5 is the number of change, which is why it's priced at $5. But it is available for purchase down below in the description box, should you be interested. All right, so for the month of May, let's see what we got here. All right, one card, please. Thank you. We got leadership that wanted to pop out. That's dope. All right. So stepping into your power, taking leadership over your life, following your intuition, your divine wisdom. It's dope. Okay, and so a numerology card, please. Okay. So I just wanted to fly out. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. So this is definitely about you being honest with yourself and honest with others around you and taking leadership over relationships, over what it is that you truly desire, how you feel. Really making some adjustments and some changes is what I'm picking up with this so far. I'm gonna get you your enchanted map. Okay. We have stuck in the mud. So let's see here. Because we got stuck in the mud. But I feel like this is like you may have been stuck in the mud, and now with the leadership and taking time to breathe out, you're getting out the mud. So let's see what's going on. We're going to start with the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We have leadership. Okay, so North Star. Just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, a steward, a guardian, and a healer, a true leader. Own these gifts, come into the light, don't hold back, let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you have been hiding in the background, it's time to take a break, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. Definitely stepping into your true power here. So, as the verbiage stated, you're some type of influencer around people's, in lives around you, I guess I should say. So it's like this new way of being that you've come into is share those gifts with people that you love, that are close to you, that you work with, whatever the case may be, because I feel like you've gone through a transformation at this point. Continuing with this series here. And so now it's time for you to share those gifts. Like, well, no, this is how I stopped thinking like this. This is how I, was able to obtain this success. I had to do this, and this. If it's like an actual project that you're working on. Either way, it's sharing how you transformed your life with other people that you see are still stuck living the same way. So would take time to breathe out. It might be in the front of the book. Here we go. So the intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others a time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. I am where I am, and it's okay. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. Avoid falling into a slump. Exactly. That's exactly what that's speaking to. So it's like using these experiences, breathing out, and being honest with yourself, taking the truth out of the situation and the desires that you want going forward, and sharing that with people around you. It is required, especially if you're to maintain these relationships, because if you've transcended your beliefs and how you do things, how you operate, and essentially your spirituality, you have to communicate these truths to people around you so they know how to operate with you. And if not, help them transcend their lives too. Otherwise, it's going to cause a discord with you and the relationship, and you guys are going to have these little spits and spats. And maybe sometimes taking a step back from your relationship is what's required, so that way you can really see if it's even something that's in alignment with who you've become or are becoming. And this is not just speaking to relationships. It could also be jobs. It could be activities that you partake in. It could be habits that you have, addictions as well, just a certain lifestyle in general. But that's what this is really saying to me. And so with 24, stuck in the mud, you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Yeah, becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out the mud. But for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. Exactly. And what moon is that? I think that's yeah. So this is the waxing crescent moon. This is the time when you set intentions, you're getting organized, you are essentially making plans, but you're not taking movement right away on those plans. You're really being called to observe. And maybe this is also coming in with this breathe out and leadership card, by you not being so quick to just act on things and move forward and take this observer perspective. You're stepping into the leadership because you're gaining further clarity on what it is that you're truly dealing with and what you want to continue to tolerate and what you want to omit going forward. So now we're going to look into the Lenormand and see what this has to do with. So just based off of this, I would say you need to get a journal and start writing down your days. That's really going to help you have an observer's perspective. Write down what you're feeling, how you're feeling. I said how you're feeling, what you're feeling, same thing, Michelle. Well, I meant how to put it? Like, what makes you feel that way? The way you feel. How do you react to these emotions that you feel? Do you put on a facade and mask these emotions and just put on a happy face, or go with the flow of things? Or do you act out of rage and out of anger? Does it make you grow timid? Does it make you run away? These are the things that you need to find out. And that's the leadership that you're taking right there, is really becoming attuned to these situations and circumstances. And whether it be imposed upon you or voluntarily getting yourself involved in it, you're being called to chill right now and just be very observant of your life overall, internally and externally. So let's see here. For May, please. We'll take the one on top. The Whip. Yeah, you're paying attention to what adjustments you need to make, essentially. So let's see what the author says about the Whip. Conflict, arguments, difficult decisions. Exactly. This is, to me, you coming into this period of where it's time to get ready to make some important decisions as far as the people, the circumstances, the ways of being, your behaviors. But through this observation, it's discussions that you're having with people, paying attention to how they react to what you say. It's paying attention to what you say to yourself and over what it is that you're aspiring to do. Do you talk negatively before you even give yourself a chance to try or see a result produce itself? This is also, what was that other thing that it said? Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not telling you wrong. Yeah, this is paying attention to those discords that you feel. So just like I had mentioned, it's like, why do you feel the way that you feel? What's causing you to feel this way? Is it a person? Is it just a limiting belief? Is it a codependent type of behavior where you feel you can't go on without a certain person helping you, or you can't do better than the circumstance that you're in currently? It's working on your shadow and being honest with yourself. It's being observant and getting clarity through the observation so you can take leadership, take those steps to what you need to do. And with spirit being involved in this, God, your angels, the universe, whatever you identify with, this is saying that you're being shown these things to identify with your truth here and communicate these truths. This is all about communication as well. You're vocalizing this to people, to yourself, affirmations, things of that nature. So don't be surprised if, you do communicate these truths and then it's like, it's this energy of like this stuck in the mud where it's like, oh, well, we're not getting anywhere, or the relationship ends abruptly and now it's like, well, what the heck? Now what am I supposed to do? But it's like, no, be observant and pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to why you feel like you're stuck now instead of feeling free. You know what I mean? Why do you feel like you're stuck? Why do you feel like you're going to be stagnant now without this person, without this job, without this drug, or whatever the case may be for you? So now we're going to look at your sun, moon, and rising and see what's going on there. This is not going to say, I'm saying that it's not going to pull out your exact zodiac. It might, but it's not intended to. This is just to give you some additional advice as to what you could do with each area as it pertains. So sun, moon, rising. Okay, for the sun, please. Woo. We have Neptune, spirituality, intuition, dreams, idealism, illusion, the veil. This is you paying attention to the illusions that you've placed, paying attention to the illusions people place upon you. This is you diving deeper into your spirituality, whether it be a religion or, if you are an occult practice, whatever the case may be. This is you following your intuition, trusting in your dreams, and really making sure that you are moving forward with clarity and speaking your truths in that communication. So that's dope. So what does it have to do with the moon? What does it have to do with the moon? Give me a card for the moon, please. Jupiter. So expansion, wealth, generosity, confidence, enthusiasm, the benevolent guide. Listen, this is about your leadership. This is about you expanding on your truths and actually taking steps towards it. Like I said, I feel like through these discussions and through this illumination that you're bringing to yourself even, you're going to be able to continue to grow physically and also internally, and go to new heights, go to new places that you haven't journeyed before. Through this, you can't be a leader if you're not confident. So it's like through developing your spirituality practice, becoming honest with yourself, communicating this honesty to people around you, and, you know, altering situations that you may be involved in that are no longer serving you. This is allowing you to expand on your consciousness. And it's a reflection of your internal growth, like in the physical, so to speak. So that's what I'm getting from that, for sure. And so for your rising, this one actually flipped over. So we'll take it. Honey, this is the word. I'm not even. Y'all ain't about to be clowning me in the comments. But fear, imperfection, to acknowledge and transform. Dog, this is so on point. And then we have 135 there for the degree. I'm still learning astrology, so don't ask me what that means. I don't know. But when I find out, I'll let you know. But essentially, this is you looking those fears in the face. Like, why am I afraid of this? And accepting imperfection to me, to be honest. It's like acknowledging, just like I said, observing. You're acknowledging your situations for what it is. You're being honest about it, and you're transforming them through this leadership here. So that's dope. That's right in alignment with where we are. Now we're going to look into your weeks and see what's going on. So definitely a time to maybe be slow to speak right offhand and just kind of observe. And then once you make the observation, you get that intuitive gut feeling like, yeah, okay, that's what that is. Then you can speak on it and be like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. Like, we need to transform this relationship. Transformation is not a bad thing. It doesn't always mean that you're ending something. It could just mean that you guys are working on the requirements of each other. Like, what do you expect from this person? What does this person expect from you? And making sure that it's an equal give and take. It's a balanced, harmonious relationship. This is friends, family, romantic partners, whatever the case may be. In terms of you yourself, it's also the same thing. Like, what are the expectations of yourself going forward now that you've identified these limiting beliefs, these ways that have been keeping you stagnant that you've been operating in, and removing those from your life? So for May, please. All right, week 1. Ten of Swords. So yeah, this to me is all about new beginnings. Like, you've been taking every single sword that you could, and you're like, you know what? No, something's got to give. It's time to transform. Butterflies right there. The sun is coming out. So that's what this is saying to me. It's a new beginning, essentially. Oh, look, that's 111. But anywho, I digress. So this is you communicating these truths to people, being honest with yourself about what it is that truly makes you happy. And with the thoughts that you're holding on to, or were holding on to, the things that were imposed upon you that kind of stabbed you in the back in the long run because it kept you from operating at a high frequency, essentially, those things are going to fall away now because you're coming into this leadership role where it's like, you know what, no, this isn't going to work anymore. I know what I need to do. This is my truth. I've observed where these swords came from, and I'm ready to deal with it. I'm ready to speak on it. I'm ready to see, you know, are you going to stop stabbing me in the back with this sword? Are you going to stop communicating with me like that? Are you going to stop having these ideas about me where it's like prejudgments, or they're negative thoughts or negative actions, whatever the case may be? But it's truly acknowledging this ending, but transforming yourself and taking leadership to better opportunities, better relationships, better you, essentially, is what I'm getting with that. It's a new beginning. So yeah, opportunity is at the bottom here with the Daughter of Pentacles. So with the week 2, please. Oh dang, I don't take cards off the floor. Week 2, the Emperor. Dog, if this ain't the leadership card, listen, this is all about you coming into your power, understanding that you can create the world you desire. You just got to be honest with yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be positive. And like I said, you may even have to remove some people out of your life. But look at the correlation to these cards here. This is beautiful. Definitely stepping into your power. And you're not rushing to do it. You're taking your time. With the Page of Pentacles, this is speaking to that stuck in the mud card, where it's like you're analyzing everything, you're observing and getting clarity throughout the situation before you just rush and take action. You're taking action. Don't get it twisted. You're definitely going to be doing some stuff, but you're just making sure that everything is how it's supposed to be. You've gathered all the information you need to make sure you take the best course of action. So when we look at week 3, King of Cups, self-love, finding out what it is that you truly do love. The sun that came out behind you, you full of emotion. Your truths are flourishing here. Listen. Oh yeah, this fell on the floor. This was the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a patient person. I feel like maybe you've been very patient with situations in the past. And now it's like, no, like I got to do something about this. I got to make sure that I am analyzing everything, being diligent in the communication that I'm doing, making sure that I'm being open and honest with others along with myself. But essentially, this is you transforming into this self-love, discovering what it is that you love, communicating your truths, and finding your happiness. So week 4, please. Yeah, overcoming obstacles and challenges that you were faced with the 7 of Wands. And walking away from some people at the same time, honey. Listen, because sometimes it be like that. And again, I have to say this, because sometimes people we have to walk away from, it could be family, it could be friends that you've known for years, it could be romantic interests that you've been in for a very long time. King of Wands at the bottom, so being confident in that decision as well. But to me, sometimes in order for something to come back together correctly, things need time apart. Especially if it's been years of a connection. You guys change, you evolve, your wants change, your needs change. And the lack of appreciation that could develop over time just out of the complacency or the comfort, if you will, knowing that that person's always going to be right there. There's no effort. There's a lack of effort. Versus when you just meet somebody, you know, you want to do your best to make sure that you guys are equally yoked. You want to make sure you guys are on the same page, things of that nature. If it's not pertaining to a relationship and it's pertaining to, you know, your work work environment, or whatever it is that you do for a living, this is you coming into that realization of, okay, no, I don't need to deal with this anymore. I can do what it is that I truly do love doing and create a living doing that. But essentially, this is you overcoming obstacles. When I see the 7 of Wands, I feel like it's the 2 of Wands discovering these new passions, these new truths and opportunities that are available to you, and overcoming the confusion, essentially. Relationships, your life internally, however it applies. But that's what this is speaking to me. So now let's look into your self-care and what advice we get with that. So we'll start with the 10 of Swords. Okay, so for your mind, rearrange your home decor with feng shui to promote a calm, clear mind. For your body, reduce tension in your body during this uncertain time by using massage balls. For your spirit, if you're having nightmares or trouble sleeping, place selenite, amethyst, or rose quartz by your bed to promote calming, protective energy. This would be a good time as to do what the book said, but to me, this is also a good time to meditate more, to be honest. I feel like meditation, journaling, scripting, even writing new affirmations, and just really paying attention to how you feel during this time and documenting it, so that way you have something to go back to, like, well, just a couple days ago I felt like this, now I'm feeling like this. And that way you can see the progression that you're making too at the same time. But really becoming in tune with who you are with this new beginning here, because like I said, this is an ending, but it's also a new beginning, because the 0 reduces down to 1. So you want to make sure you don't repeat the same cycles over and over again. And then it's also documenting the discussion that you had with someone. A lot of times we'll have a conversation with someone, 2-3 days go by, but if you write down what it is that took place that same day, when you reflect on it, you can relive those emotions. Not necessarily relive as in like keep repeating them in your head, but it's like you can really target, okay, this is how that conversation went, this is how I felt when this person said that, this was their body language and stuff like that, versus it being just up in your head and then you got to reflect and remember. You know what I mean? It's more concrete. So this will be a really good time to maybe even do some aromatherapy. If you are feeling a little stressed or anxious, I would check into maybe some spa treatments, maybe getting massages, especially circulatory massages, keep your blood flowing and smooth, and maybe even doing some footwork where you're getting your feet, what is it called? A pedicure? Because they massage your feet too, but I've heard that when you massage your feet and stimulate your feet, it actually helps relieve tension in other parts of your body because of pressure points that are on your foot. So that might be good. Acupuncture might be good for you during this time. Reiki, things of that nature. Anything to do with healing. And drinking tea. If you drink a lot of coffee, I would start drinking tea. It can really calm you and soothe you. Like, what is, I'm going to butcher this word. Caramel, chamomile, whatever it's called. That flower thing. That's a really good tea to drink. I like drinking that tea every day. I drink it by itself. No sugar, no honey, no nothing. And it does wonders. So now we're going to look at the Emperor and see the advice for that. So with the Emperor, for your mind, it's difficult to be productive and focused when working in a chaotic, messy environment. Make time to clean up your workspace, tidy your desk, deep clean your drawers, and organize your paperwork. You'll feel so much better. Definitely. That way you can make sure you got these clear plans in place, all your tools, utensils, whatever it is that you're creating here. Because he is definitely a manifester. Let me tell you that. He's very powerful. For the body, the Emperor encourages self-discipline, self-improvement. Use this card as inspiration to make a small, healthy change to your diet. Consider hydrating more, cutting out soda, or asking your doctor for a vitamin recommendations to support your overall wellness. Definitely. Water is always my best friend. Put some lemon and lime in there with some mint. You got a healthy Sprite is what I call it. But with the healthy changes to your diet too, maybe incorporating more greens and fruits and vegetables. That's been coming up a lot in these readings too. And maybe even incorporating some exercise. You know, if you don't have the time to go to the gym or it's out of the budget right now, you can work out at home. You can work out at the park. If, you know, public workouts make you a little nervous, work out at home. If you don't have stairs in your house, put some books on the floor. Now you got some steps to step up and down on. But you got to improvise, get creative with it. But definitely keep yourself physically fit. That's going to help you be more balanced internally, believe it or not. And it's going to raise your vibration. So with the Spirit, now is a great time to address power struggles in your life with confidence and level head. Value and respect yourself enough to make sure your needs are being met by loved ones, employers, and anyone else who plays a role in your life. Listen, I just said all of that. So you already know what to do, okay? Evaluate every aspect of your life, which is what you're being called to do. Observe and speak those truths. Communicate how you feel. Hey, I've been here for X amount of years. I need a raise, not no little 5-cent raise at the end of the year. I need to make sure I'm actually able to progress in this. Or, you know what? I've been doing the same job for you guys for 2 years now. I'm ready to be promoted. Like, take that leadership, take that authority. You deserve it. So with the King of Cups here, we have for your mind, evaluate the priorities in your life by making pie charts. How do you divide your time daily, weekly? Do any of your routines need to change in order to prioritize parts of your life differently? Definitely speaking to observing all day long. This is dope. I love this, okay? For your body, focus your exercise routine on building stamina. Try stair climbing, cycling, or weightlifting. I'm so on point. For your spirit, listen to classical music for relaxing, inspiring, breaking routine. Now, I used to play the violin. I do like some classical music. Do I listen to it in my free time? No. I listen to it when I go to the doctors in public places, but my thing is jazz. So I love jazz music, instruments, period. Start listening to music with no words that are just calming and soothing and relaxing, and get you in a very relaxed state to where you're not anxious. You can like relieve stress through that as well. A lot of times people don't realize, but words and stuff, they're powerful. And so if you're always listening to trap music and it's like F-U-B, F this, H-O-E and all this, look at me rhyming, I didn't even know lyrics, bars, I'm just kidding. But if you're always listening to that rah 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 music, like that's always being pumped into your energy, into your subconscious. So listen to some chill stuff so that way you can be like more mellow, more calm, and think with a clear head going forward. And so with the 7 of Wands here, the advice for your mind: make a change in your nighttime routine to support positive sleeping habits. Try out a relaxing noise machine. Make your bed a technology-free zone, or simply commit to going to sleep a little earlier. One thing I've started doing, and it really does work, if you can't find it on a streaming platform like Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, whatever else they got out there, what I like to do is actually go to YouTube and I will put on a meditation. I actually have meditation videos that I personally have used and that I like to listen to currently in my playlist section. So feel free to check those out. But you can go to sleep to some of those and it makes all the difference. You get a really good night's sleep. You wake up feeling like just happy and positive and like feeling like, something good is coming to you, because it is. Like, you're raising your vibration. When you raise your vibration, the affirmations and intentions that you set forth, they're coming to you in a quicker speed and in an assured way, because you're aligned to that frequency. Definitely try to go to sleep earlier. I know I still suck at that. It's definitely every bit of 1:30, but I have 3 kids, so I got to figure out when I can record my videos in peace, uninterrupted, and this is the opportune time at the moment. So for your body, encourage healthier hydration habits. Oh, if you do have to stay up late, just make sure you take naps during the day. That is one thing I will say. I definitely get my naps in with my son. So for your body, encourage healthier hydration habits. Find a snazzy water bottle and start bringing it with you wherever you go. Definitely. And if you're not really a big water drinker, if you're like, ew, it's so plain, put some fruit in there. You could put fruit in there. You could put herbs in there. You could even, well, I guess I'm not going to recommend that because that's not healthy for you. Those little drop things and flavor things. But put some ice in there. I'm telling you, some ice cold water is the best drink in the world. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to go get a glass now, actually. And for your spirit, prevent energy blockages by speaking up rather than letting things build up under the surface. I'm done. Listen, that is on point with everything we just communicated here. So during the month of May, I would say get a journal, get a planner, make sure you're prioritizing your days the night before, going back and reflecting at the end of the day, making sure that you got things done and how those things benefited you, how it's helping you move forward in your life. 3333 is on the clock right now. I'm on point with that. Definitely make sure you're meditating, increasing healthier habits in your life. Start getting physical with your body. Start out at home. You know what I mean? Look up on YouTube home workouts that are simple for beginners. And you'll be surprised. There's a plethora. You could do, if you've got kids, you can incorporate your kids, especially if they're little. I know my son, I used to work out with him and like pick him up and like do the little side ab workouts and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And he got a kick out of it too. But figure out what it is that you truly desire. Get to the center within yourself. While you're in that center, observe those things around you that are currently in your life. Observe the things that you're being called to, the things that are getting your attention now, and this new truth that you have, and go for it. You're going to overcome those obstacles, but definitely step up as a leader in May. So if you thought this was helpful, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell when you do. You'll be notified when I upload more content. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, and abundance and overflow. And until my next video, continue to vibe high. Bye.